Thank you very much. And of course, I think first and foremost, we came to see beautiful Linden and by extension Region 10. But in so doing, tasked as the heads of the Corporate Communications Unit, which is the public relations arm of the Guyana Police Force. We've been on several outreaches and visits across the country to various regions because, as you may know, and if it is for those of you who are watching might not be aware, the Guyana Police Force has embarked on public relations communications campaign, which is to be able to highlight the positives and to rebrand the image of the police force. Mark and I are the two individuals who are civilians heading the unit, and such what we rightfully would have to do is go on a familiarization tour across all regions instead of sitting in headquarters at the office and just deciding to write PR policies or communication strategies for the various regions. It is only fair to come see, come take a look, come understand from the ground what it is that they face. What are some of the successes that they have that we haven't heard about? What are some of the challenges they have with the communities? And then, and only then, can we actually develop that kind of communication strategy to effectively lend some credence to the policing work that they do. So that's the reason for our visit here, and it's been very informative so far, being on the ground, and I'm sure Mark has got some more exciting things to let you know.
Thank you, Stan, and thanks for having us here in beautiful Linden in the studio. This is, as Stan would have mentioned, you give more than a synopsis, you basically give everything. We've been on several outreaches across all the police divisions in Guyana. We've been given an expanded mandate that is not just PR. Previously it was public relations. Public relations is just one aspect of what we do. Our job is communication, and this is more about not just being reactive, but being very proactive. This isn't about not reporting just on crime, murder, rape, whatever is happening, but driving that narrative, creating the content. And part of that is going on these outreaches, meeting with the commander, understanding the success stories, understanding the challenges, and trying to put that out there. Part of our mandate, again, is to change the face of the police force, to bring about that positive image. A lot of times you go in communities, people see or think about policemen as they're there as bullies, as to lock up somebody, as enforcers. That word force, drives a different connotation. We want to bring back that whole core value of service and protection that the police force should be known about. They should be in there, people should see them, hey, they're to serve and protect. They're here as, offer us security. They're here to partner with us in certain things. Like today, I was touched when I went to one of the projects that the police officers in this region, headed by the commander, donate a house, right? That's under construction to a person who was, needed that most. These are the things. The deputy commander highlighted a few things on a PowerPoint presentation, things about cancer awareness, things about blood drive, things about the police going out in the communities and doing a lot of wonderful things that we have never heard about, or say from Georgetown, or say from across the country. It might be a few people in Linden that knows that. So the thing is, part of this is bringing that awareness, bringing that change, bringing all that understanding of what the police is doing across the thing. And so far it's been a really eye-opening visit. We get to visit a number of stations, some under construction. Tomorrow I think we're going on a few other different things, maybe in the waterway. I'll be looking forward to that. And the entire team are, we're very excited about a lot of things happening for the positive, with the police force in Linden. Thank you.
Indeed, we have seen a lot of involvement from the police from this division.
Mm-hmm.
And what we try to do here is to highlight most of those cases. Once commander calls us to say we're doing this, we're always ready to give them the support.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is because we're a regional media house, sometimes those stories are not aired national. Because remember, they determine what they want. So, well, we air it here, but a lot of people outside of the region might not know of the things that police and the division is doing. So one of the things we're working on is our social media page. So pretty soon
And that too is exactly what Mark and I are tasked with doing, because indeed you hear about the Guyana Police Force. As a matter of fact, the truth be told, for most people, Guyana is just Georgetown or the coast. And so a lot of what happens outside of that area goes unreported to many of those people. They know not of the successes or the ills that people face in other regions. And that is one of the things that we have started to do as we've been visiting many of those other regions, is to be able to highlight what is happening in other regions. And people, through our Facebook, all our social media handles, whether it's the Instagram, whether it's on our Twitter, even we just opened a YouTube page, and we have a website also. And people are saying, wow, these are things they were not aware of. And evidently, policing is different from region to region. So those persons on the coast are now getting an eye-opener that it does not obtain the way they believe it obtains on the coast in some of these other regions. And we've had a packed day so far, but we are blown by what we see in terms of quite a lot of the camaraderie that happens with the police and citizens. And these are the things that when we will be doing, like you intend to, and we want to say thanks to that as a partner with us, is to be able to highlight these things and to show the positives, more so to be able to have people partner more and more with the police and let them know that here, you leave Georgetown, you come to Linden or any other part of Guyana, you will be meeting the Guyana Police Force that will protect and serve.
And additionally, to lend support to the police force, we would have spoken a while ago. We have free time allotted. Anytime the commander wants to come and a weekly, a monthly program, or whatever we could facilitate, free airtime. So that's the relationship we have with the police in this.
Well, I'm going to put the commander and his deputy on the spot right now and ask them to make sure that as early as next week, they start having weekly programs that they will be able to send to us also for us to continue to broadcast it. So I just put you on the spot.
If I may say, you haven't put me on the spot, nor the commander on the spot, right. Because prior to COVID, we would have came on programs with the town council, the region, even police sensitization programs via air and on the radio. So this is something that we have been, constantly been doing with or partnering with the media outlet. But because of COVID, we had to stop or slow down those types of activities where we come out and, answer questions and even give feedback and so on. Sorry.
All right, so Mr. Winter or to Ms. DeHearte, could you tell us what are some of the new initiatives you are working on in terms of policing for the region?
Good afternoon again. Well, in respect to the new initiative, we have several new initiatives that we are only today. The Deputy Commander, he was very much forthright with the visiting team in respect to the PowerPoint presentation. We have several initiatives that when you visit us or we visit you, definitely you will be able to show those initiatives out and to you and the entire public or the entire region 10. And I would go maybe seeing that the PR is there, viral throughout Guyana.
And as well, Mr. Winter, could you briefly tell us what are some of the successes and maybe some of the failures for this year?
Well, the successes outnumber the failures. Failures, I wouldn't say we have had failures for the year, but we have a lot of successes. We have had eradication successes where several fields were destroyed. We are building a home for a single parent, 2 children, and so much other successes that in the region that we need to highlight maybe on the next occasion when we reach.
Command is very modest.
What I would want to say, I would want to commend, firstly, the biggest success in my mind, and I'm sure in the commander's mind, is the partnership that we have now with the community. Because before there was some level of fracture or fracturing with the police and community. However, we have an open door policy, and whenever we go out to these media outlets, we share our numbers and so on. And due to that, we were able to solve a number of crimes that would have occurred in Linden, right? We would have had persons calling in, either calling to Commander or myself, or even to the station, offering suggestions on how we could properly provide efficient service to the community of Linden. So the biggest success for me is the cooperation that we have now with Linden, and we want to maintain it. We want to let persons know that we are here for you. We are not offering, or we're not giving you, what should I say, or doing a favor for you. No, we're providing a service. And I want people to understand that the service that is being provided is one that is provided through the administration of Linden, and with the intention, right, or the view that the police, we want to provide that service. It's not that we're forced to, we're told to do it or so on. This is what we want to do. So as soon as persons call in to us, right away, we get on it. If not me, the commander, or you would instruct, delegate persons to get tasks done. And the biggest, another success that I could speak on is feedback that we're getting from the different stakeholders in Linden, one. Feedback that we're getting from persons within the community, and the feedback that we're getting from persons outside of Linden. Because I would have heard you speak about Georgetown. Mr. Stan would have said Georgetown is Guyana. And obviously sometimes I would have heard people saying, oh, when you come to Linden, it's like a different country, right? But we're not trying to show up in any way. We're trying to ensure, or we're ensuring that we provide the service that the people want. Thank you.
And as well, another thing I could commend the division on is the fight against COVID-19, because the ranks are actively pursuing persons who want to bridge the COVID-19 curve with the parties and all of these things. So they did an excellent job.
Maybe Commander can speak a bit on it, a minute on the COVID-19.
Yes, I just want the general public to sensitize the general public in respect to the COVID-19. We are mandated under the gazetted order, and we are here to enforce. Because why is it we are enforcing the gazetted order? Look what is going on in our, not only in the community, not only in the country at large, but further afield. We advise, as the gazetted order indicated or stated, that wash your hands, sanitize, ensure that you stay the 6 feet apart, and do the right thing, wear your mask, the face mask. We're enforcing the face mask in public transportation. We're enforcing the curfew. 9:30, you must close your business. 10:30, be at home. Anytime you're seen on the road after 10:30, we would definitely take you to the station, process you for court. So we're enforcing, and we're just asking the general public to be very much safe, and the entire country would be safe. Look at the rising deaths in our country. Some time back, a relative of mine coming from overseas, I got 214, so there's 263, somewhere around there, right? And that was like 3 or 4 weeks back. So you can imagine, and our population is very much small, so we can't afford that. So we're asking the persons or people on Linden or the entire Guyana, right, to be safe at all times. Thanks.